working with the insert menu. Let's quickly go back to Power BI out here, and now let's work on the key influencers. So add a key influencer visual to your report. And so, what do you wish to add? Ask questions about your data in natural language to create new visuals. Okay, let's select Q&A. So that's what we have here. And let's click on the focus mode. Oops, no, that's not this. Okay, you don't get any focus mode out here, is it? Show all the suggestions. Now, what happens is when you add this, it creates a Q&A type pattern, which is, of course, an AI visual feature. So it suggests you which all type of questions can you ask to get a better understanding of the report view. So let's select total R Asian, suppose. Let's click that one. The value is being shown up over here. That's 0.63. That's one such question. So if you have created any visual and if you have any queries arising or pertaining to that visual, you can use this feature. Let us do one thing. Instead of using this window, what I'll do is I'll go back to our previous page. So I'll remove this. I'll come over here. You already have this. So I'll click on Q&A. So we now have the Q&A prepared and ready. No, this is not a good idea. Actually, they should have a focus, but I think as part of the overall process, they do not have this feature. So, okay, never mind. So these are the suggestions that they've asked us. So what's the total of R Berger? So I click on total of R Berger. So out here, that is showing us 0.36. Again, when I speak of R Berger, okay, it's not Berger. It's only R Berger. That is now R is the returns value that I've calculated. You can show all the suggestions. So sheet 1 sorted by Narrowlack or sheet 1 sorted by R Berger, suppose. Let's select sheet 1 sorted by Narrowlack. So I'm selecting this. Now let's see if there is going to be any effect of this choice on the given graph. So let's select this. On this graph, on the given visual, or on sheet 1 out here that we see in the fields column out here. So let's select that. Oh, none of that. However, we see here that the change that was there is now evident over here. So like earlier it was Asian, now we sorted it for Berger close. Now let's see if this effect is reflected on the data set here. Yes, we see that effect out here. And if you want to again select here, no, I don't want this, so I'm closing this. Anyway, let's go on the decomposition on the model. There are no changes in the model really. So out here we see that sheet 1 has been sorted by Narrowlack. That is one thing that we see here. Now what is this? You can turn this Q&A result into a standard visual also. And if you click on that to understand people better, view questions and ask and manage terms you added. So if I write here, if I type in here, highest Berger close, suppose if I select highest Asian close, that is what 3.57K. That is the max of the Asian close. If I suppose come here on Asian close, if I select all the values, descending, ascending to descending, or descending to ascending, suppose. What is the value that we saw? See, 3.57K, right? That's the max close. So I'm verifying it out here. So it's 3.57 max. Now this is what we are seeing as part of the AI visuals pertaining to the Q&A. So this is one such feature that we have here. Now I could have added this feature, the duplicate page also, except that we don't have enough space here. So this is how your Q&A feature works in Power BI. You can insert that particular feature in your report views also. This is one particular thing. Let us also work towards the key influences and see how key influences impact or affect the fields that we work on. So again, let's go back on page 1 and I'm selecting here. Okay, we'll reduce this out here. I'll select key influencers and select to drag the fields to populate the visual. Now, that's what it wants us to do. What are the key influences in, let's say, Asian close? Okay, no fields have been selected. So I'm bringing it over here. It's running the analysis, as you can see here. And let's maximize this. Yeah. Now see, now that this feature is available over here, that wasn't quite available in Q&A. What are the key influences? What influences Asian close to increase? It goes up 607.75. The average of Asian close increases by 604.3. When Asian close goes up 607.77, the average of Asian close increases by 604.3. So that is one key influencer. If I click on top segments, we see here in segment 1, when the average is 3.41k, the population count is 30. As the segment count increases, the average of the Asian close reduces. So as this increases from 30 to 59, this reduces from 3.41k to 3.25. So there is a downward trend that I am seeing here. So that is one important learning that you have from the insert features, the inserts AI visuals features, that is that of key influencer. Likewise, when the Asian close is changed from high to low, yeah, we can see that there is an increase. Now that is count increases, then this can also increase. Out here, when the count was increasing, this was reducing. This is one such kind of analysis that we can use on a data set. This again pertains to what? This again pertains to the key influencers. Let us go on the smart narrative. So I'm going back to the report. It looks like we are not having adequate space. So we'll drag this up here. And I'm going to add what? Smart narrative. Across all the metrics, narrow close has the most important. Okay, so across all the metrics, they have created a narrative that we see here. So what do I see here? Now, this is the narrative that has been created, of course, for the data that we have out here on for the report that we are creating. So what do we see here? Well, we see that across all the metrics, a narrow close has the most interesting recent trend and started trending down on 2020, falling by 63.80%. In 2 years. Narrow close dropped from 1117,433 to 42,506 during its steepest decline between 2020 and 2022. This is the narrative that the smart narrative feature automatically derives from the given data set or the given fields that we are putting under analysis. So this is something very remarkable when we speak of Power BI, that the AI visuals features that we have herein, they are most usual and most appropriate. And of course, you can use your own brains and you can use your own mind to conduct the analysis. Some of these AI visual features that we have here, they are very good features, and you can altogether generate a report out of it if you are able to use these features effectively or make the choice of your fields more reasonably, of course. Let us save this. This is very interesting and very important. I'm saving this on the current report. I'm also saving this as a duplicate report also. So out here we discussed all the AI visuals we have discussed. We also used the working elements and shapes and images and sizes. We'll come to that again. We will now need to work on Power Platform reports, Power Apps, and Power Automate. Some of these features are dependent on other apps also from Microsoft.